I knew the message was meant to humiliate me. It came at 9:14 p.m., lighting up the group chat like a flare fired straight at my dignity. The founder's nephew. Tomorrow she'll admit her mistakes publicly. We'll clear the air. The she was me. The air was the smoke of the fire they set under my name. I stared at the screen, pulse steady, not from calm, but calculation. They wanted a confession. Fine, I'd give them one. Not the one they expected. 2. Backstory. Before the ruin. I met Kai, the nephew, 3 years earlier when I first joined the company. He was polite then, almost shy, carrying the legacy of the founder like a weight he pretended not to feel. He asked for my help with strategy decks, then project plans, then entire teams. Every success he presented as his own came from my hands. I trusted him foolishly because he smiled in that quiet, grateful way that made you believe he saw you. And for a while he did. Or so I thought. 3. Discovery. When the truth surfaced, the shift started small. His voice tightening in meetings. The subtle correction of my decisions in front of others like he was rehearsing dominance. Then documents I had written appeared with his initials. Then my project updates were forwarded to the board with my name missing entirely. A pattern triangulation classic. But the breaking moment came on a Tuesday afternoon. I found a forwarded email chain. His message to the executives. She's slipping. I'll handle it before Q4. Handle me. Like a malfunctioning device. I felt the world sharpen, not break, just focus. And for the first time, I understood he never wanted my partnership. He wanted my silence. 4. Shift in mindset. My turn to play. I didn't fight. Not outwardly. That's what he expected. Emotion, defensiveness, noise. Instead, I sat in my office, closed the door, and began documenting dates, times, direct quotes, unauthorized approvals, files overwritten, statements altered, calls recorded, where his voice cracked under the weight of his own deceit. I didn't rush. I didn't breathe too loudly. I just built piece by piece, brick by brick, a quiet fortress around the truth. And when HR called me to discuss recent concerns, I didn't panic. I smiled. The timing was perfect. 5. Execution. The plan begins. I requested everything in writing. Every claim, every accusation, every attempt at forced confession. They obliged. Too confident, too proud, too careless. I gathered each message like a bead on a wire. Connected them, chronologized them, structured them with the precision of a surgeon. Then I contacted a lawyer quietly, discreetly, not for war, for choreography. He guided me toward one simple truth. If they want a statement, give them one they can't survive. So I prepared, and the night the nephew sent that group message announcing my public admission, I finished writing my script. Not a rant, not a plea, a deposition. Clean, controlled, lethal. 6. Climax. The call. The next morning, 10 a.m., the company-wide meeting opened. Faces tiled the screen. Executives, managers, interns trying not to blink. Kai was smirking. I didn't look at him. The founder cleared his throat. Well, let's begin. She has something to say. I unmuted. I do. My voice was steady, almost serene. And then I started, not with apologies, not with regret, but with on March 12 at 11:47 a.m., Kai Chen instructed me to bypass approval protocols. Attached is the file ID. The room froze. Then on April 6, during a one-on-one call, he asked me to rewrite financial projections without disclosing source data. I have the recording. Someone coughed. Someone else shifted. I kept going. Every sentence, a documented truth, every detail a nail in the coffin. At minute 7, the corporate lawyer's camera went black. At minute 8, the HR director's microphone cut out. At minute 9, someone whispered, forgetting they weren't muted. Is she reading from a deposition? Yes. Yes, I was. Kai's face drained. The smirk died. He tried to interrupt. That's out of context. But I continued unbothered because context was exactly what I had built. By the time I finished 15 minutes later, No one asked me to admit anything. They were too busy realizing what he'd done and what I had undone. 7. Resolution. What remains after the fall? He resigned that afternoon. They called it personal reasons. We all knew better. As for me, I got a written apology from the board, a quiet settlement, and an offer to return. I declined. Some places deserve their ruins. Walking out of that building for the last time, I didn't feel victorious. I felt clean. Betrayal dirties you, but truth delivered with precision washes everything. In the end, I never raised my voice, never fought, never begged. I just read the truth out loud and watched the guilty listen to it for the first time.